Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy DC The Truth. Now, as some of you guys know, I stopped covering the 5150. I said, I was gonna leave that to the Reaper, but I said, last night I tuned in, see what they were talking about. I seen Ryan Davis. I was like, oh shoot, okay, Ryan Davis on there, man. This gonna be a good show. It seemed like it was leading to that point, and Ryan Davis was making a point about, black people being the minority here in the States, which is true, and it's facts. It's different data sources to back this up. And it's like, that's why I'm titling this, you could tell by the title and thumbnail, like, you basically arguing with idiots. And it's crazy how the show has become a straight buffoonery. I mean, I used to like how Zoe used to handle the situation, but just outright ignorance is just stupid. I mean, to Cora's credit, and what's the other guy? Precise, and y'all know how I feel about Marcus. To his credit, yes, there are the whites in this country promote a certain agenda. But when it comes to something like what Ryan Davis was talking about with numbers, he not only used numbers, he used examples and different comedians that, like, hey, you could get a no-name white guy in there and can sell out this versus your known black guy. It's like, don't matter the amount of supporters you have, you still not gonna pull the numbers there because we don't have the population. Prime example, it's the same thing with you look at although I'm not into that presidential shit, right? The same thing with, let's say, Barack Obama. He had more white support than blacks because we were few. Although most of all of us probably went out and voted for him, our vote did not affect like the white population in this country. I don't know why it's so hard for somebody like Cora to understand that. It's like, that's what you were told. That's what you were told. Like, man, he stay on that. Some shit just like, bruh, at the end of the day, I believe in, numbers are pretty accurate. I was going to say numbers don't lie, but you get a general idea of what you're dealing with. Cause this is what they said. It's like 10 years ago. It was like, we make 13% of the population. Okay, maybe we went up a few percentage since then, according to the census. Then you got a lot of black. You can factor in the few blacks that don't even just ignore the census or whatever. But even when they doing those census, they got a pretty good idea who's in that neighborhood, and they can find out information on you. So, I mean, the way I like Ryan Davis, I was so disturbed for the man trying to make a point. And it's funny because, I know I've been doing a lot of reading as of late. I've been doing a lot of reading. Actually been reading this book by Dan Brown called The Lost Symbols. And I'm fascinated with this man's knowledge. And, like when I get into stuff like that, I'll go back and research. But anyway, that's besides the point. But even then, when you talking about numbers or whatever, the point Ryan was making, and then he took it back here in Georgia, for example, if you, like, you can tell that just even based off those stats for the election, right? Georgia is not a black state, so to speak, but Atlanta has your most concentrated blacks in the city. So therefore, it makes Georgia look like it's a black state because the black Mecca here. And I'm like, I don't understand how this motherfucker Corey does not see that. Like, you do shows, you know who come out. Yeah, you might have black supporters. That's exactly why when you come down here, you still doing shows at the Atlanta Comedy Theater versus the goddamn Country Wayne. He don't got a little bit. That's because he got black and white supporters. So now he can't go back to the damn theater. He got to go to like the Fox or something like that. You got to move to a bigger arena. Same thing with your bigger comedians. I don't know why you can't see this, Jack. You know, I'm not gonna say you fell off, but you was always one of those underrated comedians that never got a lot of light. You just don't have enough white supporters. You know, I mean, I know it might be just the theme of your comedy, the shit you talk. It's almost like me. Maybe the shit I talk about, I don't probably have a lot of white support on my pages, but if I catered to that, that's just something you have to realize that, hey, the reason the numbers are not there because you don't have those white supporters. And I don't see why a numbnut like Corey Holcomb does not understand that. Like, bro, you really show your ignorance. You and Precise last night. And I like, you know, when after you been reading, it's like, I'm sorry, you know, you just feel that sense of enlightenment. Like, man, I can't listen to dumb shit. I really can't. You know, I came back to that show because I like, okay, Ryan. I saw Ryan was there. I like, okay, it's gonna be entertaining. It's gonna be somewhere on the level of way Zoe is, because Ryan's a pretty smart guy. But these two, I really don't even know how the show ended. Like I say, my boy, aka the Reaper Man, I can't wait to hear your take on this if you got in it. But man, Ryan, you were talking to two buffoons last night. Y'all, this your boy DC the Truth, man. I'm about to sign this thing on out. For real. Y'all, by the way, I'm sorry. I'm telling y'all, August, I will be in my new spot. You know, I have my green screen set up, and it's gonna be more room, so, and y'all won't see me filming in cars like this, like, well, the work truck. So, all right, y'all take it easy, man. This your boy DC the Truth. Full break.
Honestly, I don't know who the fuck to trust. Is he my friend or my foe? I'm a exit, draw. Yeah, she give me that claim as well. I remember back when I was younger, I was happy. Nowadays feel like no one understand me. I'm good at artists, silly, I'm bought, damn me. Baby's yellow, text.